Back at 6:14 to your health now. Starting today, it will be required that all women be notified if their mammogram shows that they have dense breast tissue.
Dense breast tissue can hide cancer on a mammogram since the tissue appears white in the same way that lumps and tumors may appear white. Health reporter Haley Hernandez has the important details. Haley.
Good morning, guys. So breast density can also change over time, and about half of women older than 40 have dense breasts. A lot of people, though, they don't think anything of it because they might not also have a clue that they have it, which changes today. Starting today, the FDA requires mammogram reports to include breast density information.
Cancers can be obscured by the density of our breast tissue, so that's why this is important.
The new requirement doesn't provide specific steps for patients with dense breasts, but they recommend women talk to their providers to get a clearer sense of individual risk and determine a screening plan that's right for them.
Having additional screening does help us to figure out what's going on. It's nothing abnormal. It's just how we were made. Everybody's different, different hair color, different breast density.
It's also associated with up to a 4 times higher risk of breast cancer. However, a new study suggests many women may not know that. In a survey of nearly 1,900 women 40 to 76 years old who'd recently had a mammogram, had no history of breast cancer, and had heard of breast density, 93% falsely said it has a lesser risk when compared to other well-known breast cancer risks. But dense tissue can hide cancers. On a mammogram, fibrous and glandular tissue seen on the right looks white, but so does a possible tumor. So a small tumor may be missed, and that's the harm. So how could simply knowing whether you have dense breasts possibly save your life?
We do hope and we know that potentially we're going to have a higher incidence of catching smaller cancers with breast ultrasound. So we know it's going to be very helpful.
Now, while you can't control whether you have dense breast tissue, some women with dense breasts may benefit from additional imaging options such as ultrasounds or MRIs.
Okay, so Haley, what would the results say on that notice? What would you look for on the paperwork?
So Houston Methodist Clear Lake told me that they've actually already been letting women know if they have dense breasts. And they gave me an example of, in their letters, it says something along the lines like you have dense breasts, and that can influence the accuracy of a mammogram, then suggesting, maybe come back for an ultrasound.
Yeah, got to do it. Got to check it out. Don't be afraid. Just get it checked.
Yeah.
All right, Haley.
Good information to have.
Yes, thank you so much.